This one of the pivotal days in our state calendar in Ohio for the rookies, the juveniles. Everything was on the line tonight, right? All the horses were in the sire stakes, so I wanted to see how they did. We had some Prospect Series action in Ontario. We had a stake race in New York. There was a lot going on today, and Addie Bear and we started off the day. Beautiful morning. Wasn't it nice today, Addie, in the morning?
Yeah.
It was. She is tough. 11:30 at night.
Excuse me.
Hey, you turkey. So, started off the day. Great day. Great weather. I told you guys Patrick DePrana was awesome galloping today. We're going to come back and gallop him again next week, about 4 or 5 days out before he races. I looked everywhere. Unfortunately, he's going to have to start the Open. I was hoping maybe he could slide in somewhere, but none of the tracks around here. He's going to be able to drop down. So it'll be the Open for him. So that extra week of galloping will come in handy next week. Think of Galaxy's trained very, very strongly. And I thought Born to Dance was good. I was actually circled back around to go talk to Brett, and I think he's gone. I thought that was him, but it is not. So I'll reach out to him tomorrow. Not really much to report. I thought he was good. I thought the horse was good, but this is home track. So we got him a little later in the card. Race 8 should be somewhere around twilight in Scioto on Friday. Should be a little easier. I wish he didn't draw the rail, but that's the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. So on to tonight. J.K. Mickey Mantle, I told everybody I just had a brain freeze, right? Just a brain freeze when it came to him the other night. I can't think of one reason other than blind ignorance why I would leave that hard with that horse and put him on the run. And of course he had to make up for my error tonight and qualify. His qualifier was very strong. Now 57 is a long way from 52, but he was very good tonight. Happy with his qualifier. And then we get into the races. Now there's a chance of rain. It was supposed to come a little bit at 8. It was supposed to be heavy at 10, which meant Venice Blue Chip was going to race in the mud. Instead, Mother Nature had other plans.
Got stuck in the mud?
Yeah, I near did. I raced...
Got stuck in there?
Almost. 1 sec.
How?
I'm going to tell you if you listen. So B. Lisa raced good. 55-4. Well, first start on Lasix. Did I find her much better than last week? Found her faster. But she got a great trip and thought she was a winner for a second. She just hung halfway down the lane, but I think she's getting into her some fit form, and I like what I saw from her tonight, 55-4, and that should be more than enough to keep us happy and her doing good things for the next little while here at Northfield Park. So really happy with B. Lisa. And then I watched Blanton's Blue race in between that race and the post parade for Purple People Eater. Watch Blanton's Blue race. He raced good. They went 58 at Batavia. That is a fast mile. And then around the last turn, he always did that training. When you're on the outside second in the last turn, he would just kind of wander a bit, just being dumb and green and a little stupid. And I think it probably cost him second. I was talking to Mark after. I said, I couldn't tell you everything he did. You'd be taking pages of notes. But yeah, I saw you come with him. I'm like, oh no, this might not work out well. He said he should have been second, but he raced pretty good. It was a good mile. I was happy with Blanton's Blue, so we got a second and a third so far. Went out with Purple People Eater around the last turn. She was getting a little out of gear. The track was hard. The track was hard, and somebody just sent me a message, and I'm not going to like it. The track was really hard, and with her high gate, I knew there was a possibility it could be a problem. It really wasn't. She got everything her own way, and in the last turn, I could choose to really drop the hammer on her and chase her through the last turn. But I was more worried about Erin than I was Donnie. I let Donnie drive right up into my grill. She tried to fight back, and I wish now in hindsight, again, that awful H word, I wish in hindsight I would have just gassed her around the turn, rolled the dice, and looked to hang on, and she may very well have. In fact, she likely would have. But I just left her in the turn knowing she would push back hard in the straightaway. I let Donnie creep a little bit closer, a little too close for comfort, and I couldn't come back on and get him, and we were beat a head and X, something like that. I thought that she raced very, very valiantly and raced great. A very tough second, but raced good. Now we got a second, a third, a second, I go on the track with Irresistible Sun in the post parade, and there's a bolt of lightning hit, which felt like it was about 12 feet away. It was within a mile. I'm almost certain of that. And the loud bang, and it poured rain, and I mean drops this big, it seemed like. And I look around, and there's no one on the track. Everybody's already taken shelter. I go around the track once. I am drenched, and it is raining biblically. It is raining so hard. I said to myself, geez, the track's going to wash out. They're not going to be able to race the rest of the card. And there was talk they may not. I went back to the burn. Addie and I went back to the burn. Pouring. It was raining so hard. I drove the car into the barn. I drove it into the barn because I did not want to get out of the car in that rain. 45 minutes passes. Sun comes out. Guess we are going to race. They work on the track for a minute. 3 minutes. We've been in the barn for 45 minutes. Ready to go. On the track, we go right to the gate. I'm going to the gate. And I'm like, why are we going right to the gate? What is the rush now? These are 2-year-old trotters, and they've stood for 40 minutes. One makes a break. Another one doesn't catch the gate. Aaron makes front. I sit in the 2-hole. I'm a beaten fourth with a horse that just finished very strong his last start. I pull up and his stifles are just shaking. Did he tie up a little bit? Maybe. Probably. I wasn't very happy. I should have just turned the horse around and jogged him around one more lap. And the horses never should have gone to the gate short like that. That's on me, too. Anyway, he raced very, very good. Dead heat for third. And raced great. So now B. Lisa is second. Blanton's Blue is third. Purple People Eater second. Irresistible Sun's third. And here comes Sedona Hill. Rail at this track, not really where I was hoping to leave. But she actually got away well. Favorites outside of me. That thing's a freak. The Sugar Horse. Cleared to the front. And halfway down the backstretch, I think I got a beat on him. I still get the earplugs in. If I can get her through the last turn, she usually finishes pretty hard. We come out of the last turn, I kick the plugs, and she hangs out. Gets beat for second and third. In fact, as it would turn out, it was our only race of the entire day off the board. A fourth. Tried at 58-1 last quarter, 29-4. Not like she raced bad. We scoped her and Purple after. Purple had some mucus, a little bit of dirtiness in there, but nothing bad. And Sedona had just some white foamy allergy stuff. Again, not shocking. Can we improve on that? I hope so. Gee, she looks good. Lauren's got both those fillies looking so good. I watch Mick Paisley go. Raced pretty good in the mud. Finishing third, getting picked off for second, but raced good, I thought. 2 minutes in the pouring rain. J-Port Beach Boy. Had a pretty eventful trip. Come from the outside to the inside, to the outside to the inside, weaving through, coming out, getting up for third. Another horse hits the board. Then comes one of the toughest miles I've seen a 2-year-old go in quite a while. Tough in the sense that I know he was hitting himself behind and the track was loose now. They had all this material they put on the track, then they dug it all up. It's loose. Gypsy out of gear in the first turn. I literally was holding my breath. I thought I was going to lose him. You can't grab him. You're not going to be able to steady him. You certainly can't push him forward. Just try and find a comfortable spot on the track and just leave him alone. I get through the first turn, starting down the backstretch. I said, if I get him up on top of somebody, and if I'm sitting close, what are you doing, Jerky? You fake sleeping? If I get him up on top of somebody, maybe he'll settle. That didn't happen. Second turn, he almost run. I get him underway, but I got to cheat a little bit down in the middle. Like I got to coast back down to the rail. I can't keep him in the 2-wide lane at the 5/8 pole. He's going to run. I coast back in behind a horse I don't want to be in behind. There's nothing I can do. I'm snookered. I can't do anything. Horse is done in front of me. Ronnie Wren's horse is putting a couple of steps in. I look over. He's trying to steady his horse a little bit, and I just kind of snuck out in front of him. There might have been a little grease, unofficially speaking. I snuck out in front of him. I'm gaining on Aaron, and around the last turn, he is all over the place. Looks like Bambi.
What one?
Gypsy. We'll talk about it.
What happened?
He was out of gear. He was trying his hardest. This is where somebody say, he almost run. He almost didn't run. He did everything in his power to stay on gate. Everything, every inch of his fiber was tested tonight. He stayed at it. As soon as we straightened out of the lane, I knew I was a winner. I got him in the past lane. I hit him a swat. Zoom. Straight through. And he was a winner. Now, because it was raining so hard, she's in the car. Jason was there. Everybody's running around. Everybody goes over the winner's circle. I said, hey, where's Addie? Oh, my God. I forgot her in the car. Oh, that's handy. Wish she hadn't have done that, but I go back to the car. She's sitting, she's climbed in the trunk, and she's sitting on my suits like she's laying in a bed. And she's got her iPad on watching Coco Melon. And I open the door. I said, where'd you go? She goes, no one came to got me. I said, no one came to got you? You mean get you? Yeah, no one. And I just looked at her and she goes, you won, didn't you? I said, yeah. So Addie Bear missed the winner's circle photo. Oh my God. But Gypsy Hill raced just about as hard and as tough as any horse could race. Very proud of that horse tonight. I say it all the time. Winners win. And he took a bad situation, kept it together, and got the job done. And that is exactly what winners look like right there. So Gypsy Hill with an incredibly valiant effort to get the job done. Very proud of him. And almost at the exact same time I was getting through the inside to win that stake race. Will you stop your faking? Almost the exact same time I was getting through the inside to win. My 1% was getting through the inside to win. What a tough... Just give me a second. I'm almost done. What a tough mile from my 1%. He raced so good. He's turned into such a nice horse. Dominic and his entire crew have done an incredible job with my 1%. I'm proud of the horse. And I thought very highly of his mother. And so proud. That's our first ever homebred. And for him to go out and continue to race away. I think that's like 5 wins in his last 7 starts. In fact, I think it's 5 wins and a second in his last 7 starts. And the other one was a break. As they're like 20 cents on the dollar favorite. He's definitely got it going on. And then we started in the last race. I waited all night to Venice Blue Chip. I knew I was going to race her on the front end. She just feels to me like for a filly that trains so good all winter, she just feels like she's struggling to get up into 5th gear. Right, I left with her. She did her job very professionally. I left with her to the front. Very proud of her. Favorite, second favorite, or third favorite's coming. I cut him loose. I'm sitting right in his bumper. Getting into the last turn is a bit of a log jam. And if she really had the eye of the tiger, we would have been able to wiggle out and take a run at Brett Miller's filly. Claire Umholtz, who's stabled at Northfield, trains that horse. So congratulations to Claire. The filly raced great, Flying Bullets or something like that. She raced great. Ty Lloyd's horse was second. He's also stable at Northfield. And we were third stable at Northfield. So a clean sweep of the board there. I just thought Venice Blue Chip has more to offer, and I don't know why. We'll scope her tomorrow. Obviously, the vet can't do it tonight. We'll scope her tomorrow. We'll draw our blood tomorrow. I want to get to the bottom of what is going on here with this filly. I'll talk to Dr. Latessa and Jason a little bit more about it. I'm sitting behind her, and it just feels to me she's holding back. And that was not her MO, training down. So what's bugging Venice Blue Chip? What's chewing away at her? I want to get to the bottom and answer that question and get that sorted. So, not bad. 10 horses went to the gate. What do we have? 2 winners. 2 winners in Gypsy Hill and my 1%. We had a second with B. Lisa, a second with Purple People Eater. We had a third with Blanton's Blue, a third dead heat with Irresistible Sun, a fourth with Sedona Hill, a third with McPaisley and J-Port Beach Boy, and a third with Venice Blue Chip. A great night at the office. Excited about tomorrow. We got Brace for Landing Racing. Really Don't Care is also racing tomorrow Alibaba's going to have one last kick at the can. I figured since we had to wait to qualify AC Swan, may as well race Ali while keep her tight while she's here. Merchant Man is going to race tomorrow, and I Forbid You. Lots going on tomorrow, and then we get into an action pack. Whoa! Friday we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 horses. 18 horses
18 horses.
racing on Friday. My God almighty. Wow.
What?
Anyway, an absolutely tremendous day today. We'll try and keep the good stuff coming as we get into Pennsylvania for the rest of the week. We have Swinging Senorita racing in the fair races here with Coupe de Ville on Friday. More or less just paid training. They're going to walk down the backstretch into the paddock and race. So that should be a lot of fun. Also, I won't be here. I'll be in Pennsylvania racing the fillies. Just a ton going on right now, and a little bit of a weight lifted as our horses continue to race good tonight in Ohio. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. We got lots to talk about. Addie Bear and I are going to go race in Pennsylvania in the afternoon, and then right after I Forbid You, I'm going to jet. We're going right back to Ontario. I'm going to race Brace for Landing tomorrow night. So with that, I'll let you go. I will talk to you all very soon. I hope you had a wonderful night. We did.